Here we are at the Homestead Miami Speedway for the final Pennzoil Truck Series race of season number 2, the Chevy 250, where we will crown our second Pennzoil Truck Series champion. 4 drivers have a shot, and on the pole is one of those 4. Julius Anderson in the 98, 2's outside is the 23, Noah Ely. Then third, you have Max Rossi. 4th, Brand Thunder, and rounding out the top 5, you got Jeremy Heath. Then 2's outside 6th, you got Alex Stewart. 7th is Trey Rainey. 8th, Luigi Octavo. 9th, Taylor Ryan Price, another championship contender. Rounding out the top 10, Adam Lewis. Then the rest field, Roland Emmerich, 2's outside, Jason Larker. Then you got Isaac Nichols and Alexander Rowe, Junior Ramos and Michael Canto. Then Joe Jefferson, Avi Hernandez, Max Anderson and Jake Moss, Cortez Newman and Tim Gary, another one of your championship contenders. Then Josh Mito and Derek Hamill, left here Stu Cole and JJ Reed, along with Josiah Kaufman and Eli Bright. Then Ray Surt and Code Luigi, Bentley Pearson, Luke Rainey, Cynthia Bright and James Barker. Then Carter Friesen, and then rounding out the field is another one of your championship contenders, starting 36th in the danger zone. That's the number 3 of Jeff Bright. So there's a lot of work to get up to the other 3 championship contenders. One of them will lead the field to the green flag. That's the 98 of Julius Anderson. Let's go down trackside to get the command.
Take a nice deep breath, buddy. Settle in, relax. Give your seatbelt a little tug and tug on your steering wheel one more time for me. Good luck, bud. We'll see you at the end of this deal.
And 36 trucks roll off for the final Pennzoil Truck Series race of season number 2. Julius Anderson, Tim Gary, Adam Lewis, and Jeff Bright fighting for the championship. Laps led mean nothing. It all comes down to where you finish this race. The highest finishing of those 4 will win the championship and be crowned season number 2 Truck Series champion. It's going to be one exciting race. Last season, your champion Trey Rainey ended up having to win this race to get that championship. Will we see something like that here tonight? We're about to find out. The pace truck is in. 26 laps for 36 trucks. We're going to end out the season right here at Homestead. The Chevy 250 is underway. Green flag in the air at Homestead. Already 3 wides. They race down this backstretch. Julius Anderson keeps the race lead. Here comes Jeremy Heath for the 2nd position as they enter turn 3 for the first time here tonight. Anderson still up front. Here comes Trey Rainey. Remember we said he won this race last season, driving for a different team, but he knows how to get around Homestead. Here comes Heath now to the inside. They come off a 4 down the front stretch. Anderson leads lap 1, but the 8 truck is to his inside, so they enter turn number 1 for the first time at full speed here tonight. Heath keeps it underneath as they race off turn number 2 now. Taylor Brian Price looks to make it 3 wide. That's for the race lead as they head down the backstretch. 3 by 3 by 3 in the pack. Looking to make it 4 wide back there. I believe Derek Hamill the one all the way to the bottom lane as Taylor Brian Price clears. Now here comes Roland Emmerich to the bottom lane, number 13. Alexander Rose the one behind him. Watch out for some trucks getting up against the wall that could cause a crash. Emmerich now leading. He led that time by. Alexander Rowe the 08 with the big run. They're shuffling 4 wide inside the top 5 as Alexander Rowe looks low for the race lead down the back. Getting a little antsy back there in the pack. The start of these races always the wildest and craziest. We're seeing that right now. They're 3 and 4 wide as Alexander Rowe clears for the race lead. Michael Canto trying to get up there and challenge. He gets put to the high side. Here comes Avi Hernandez in the 92. Can Taylor Ryan Price get down line in that 2nd position? No. Michael Canto does, though. Here he comes to the bottom. He's going to make it 3 wide for the race lead down the back. Big run for Michael Canto. Avi Hernandez is his closest help in terms of draft. Emmerich with a big run off the top. Can he get clear is the question. Michael Canto with a big run to the bottom lane, though. Canto keeps it beneath that 13. They enter turn number 4 now and off of 4. It's going to be a side-by-side battle to lead this lap. Canto and Emmerich. Emmerich gets it done. But they are racing and stacking up here in this pack. Right now, your highest championship contender is the 19 of Adam Lewis. He's gone down to the bottom lane. There he is, a few trucks back, and no one in between. Well, the 98 kind of is, but the 19 on the inside lane, we're just saying that he would be your champion right now because of where he is on this inside lane. He's just gone past the 98 right now. As 3 wide, Max Anderson gets to the race lead. Behind him, Derek Hamill. Jeff Bright started 36th. Here he is on the bottom lane. He's going to try and run down that number 19. Getting antsy. They made it 4 wide now for that 2nd position. That's Max Rossi all the way to the bottom lane. He's going to get a big run down this back. They're hitting the wall. They're getting really close entering turn number 3. This could be the time where a big crash happens. Anderson and Canto are rubbing on one another. As Rossi looks for the race lead, Derek Hamill has cleared and pulled away. Emmerich way up against the wall. Almost into it. Keeps it off it, though. Some trucks getting loose in the pack as Derek Hamill clears. He's going to try and block these lanes now. Jake Moss, here comes Adam Lewis, your highest running championship contender inside the top 5, but we're only 6.5 laps into this race. Still a long way to go to crown a champion. You have to time it right here at Homestead. Also, stay out of trouble if you can. It's very hard to do because even at the front of the pack, they're racing like it's the last lap. Here comes Adam Lewis to the bottom lane, the number 19. Has a push from Junior Ramos in the 81. Ramos looks to make it 3 wide. He's going to be able to do it. Ramos to the bottom lane. And here comes Trey Rainey, the number 18. Bentley Pearson, the 11 as well on the inside. And your next championship contender down to the inside is the 3 of Jeff Bright. Here he is in that blue and yellow Sunoco Chevrolet. He's going to try and get past Adam Lewis this lap. 3 truck has a big run through 3 and 4. And Jeff Bright is now your championship points leaders. Adam Lewis is up against the wall. Lewis has dominated the chase. He's won 3 of the chase races. He's won the last 2 races. As Jeff Bright now gets put 4 wide. They're 3 wide for the race lead. Trey Rainey with the run as they come down the backstretch. We said Rainey won this race last season. He knows how to win here in a truck. Now here he is going for the race lead. They're going to make it 4 wide. Jason Larker to the bottom lane, number 39. Jeff Bright through the middle. Look at the run he has. Can he get cleared down low? 3 truck with a great run off of turn number 4. Can't get anything done though as Larker leads that time by. It's just a ticking time bomb now. Getting more stacked up each lap. We're not halfway through the race yet. We've talked about 3 of the 4 championship contenders. The other one is Tim Gary. He's just riding around the back of the pack. We haven't talked about him all race long. He's back in the 34th position now, just hanging around at the back, possibly waiting for a crash to possibly happen or something along the lines of that. Maybe just trying to time it right. Lee Jack Table gets his second. Here comes Max Anderson to the bottom lane. Larker continuing to lead. Jason barely missed out winning the Mountain Dark Series championship yesterday. He was a few points short. Had a great season though. Here comes JJ Reed. He is your Mountain Dark Series champion. He's going to look to win a Truck Series race here this season at Homestead. Max Rossi though makes it 3 wide for the 4th position. Avi Hernandez is there as well as the front 3 pull away. So front 3 kind of calm single file. Larker, Octavo, Anderson. All single file. The front 3, then the 3 and 4 wide in the package. Here comes Max Anderson now for the 2nd position. Gets underneath Lee Jack Table as they go through 1 and 2. Anderson easily clears down the backstretch. Can he pull up and line is the question. Octavo stays to the high side, possibly thinking that's the better place to be. He might lose that 3rd position right there to Max Rossi. If he could have maybe let off and gotten behind the 60, he would have stayed 3rd. But Rossi now has a big run coming to these 2. He's going to try and get to that 2nd position. Taylor Brian Price looks 3 wide for 4th. And that number 31. Allowing the front 3 to once again get away just a little bit. Max Anderson trying to hold off Max Rossi as they come down the backstretch. Larker still trying to hold those 2 off. Anderson to the back bumper. Looks to the inside down the back. He has a run. He's going to get beside him. Max Anderson side by side with Jason Larker for the race lead. Anderson with the run off of turn number 4. Here comes Avi Hernandez with a huge run in the draft. Big run for the 92s. Going to get all the way to 2nd position by the time they get to turn number 1. 92 truck is fast. He slid up just a little bit right there. Got a little tight. We are halfway through this race. They're still side by side for 2nd. Right now your highest champion, or your highest championship contender, is what I believe to be the 3 of Jeff Bright in the 13th position. Then the next one is the 90 of Avi Hernandez in the 22nd position. And then the 19 is 31st and the 4 is 32nd. So championship contenders not having the race they want, possibly just trying to fade back to the back though and time it right. Max Anderson is the race leader. Avi Hernandez trying to get through the middle. Taylor Brian Price going for that 2nd position. Has Trey Rainey behind him. And then you got Brandon Thunder, Louis Jack Tavo, and Cole Luigi also there. Along with Laughter, Stu Cole, JJ Reed, Roland Emmerich. The 3 of Jeff Bright, I believe he might be on the top side, fading back. Yes, he is just faded back behind the number 90 of Julius Anderson. He's on the inside, starting to move up just a little bit. Here comes that number 98. He's right now in the championship spot, but still tons of racing left, 11 laps to go. And of course the 4 is not being able to make up ground. He's just been stuck back here in the 30s the whole race just is not being able to get up to the front. Adam Lewis right now stuck in dead last in the 36th position. As for the race lead, Taylor Bryan Price gets side by side with Max Anderson, passed him by the time they get off turn number 4, and Taylor Bryan Price is now leading here at Homestead. Here comes Trey Rain looking to make it 2 in a row in this race. He's coming to the bottom lane for the race lead. Brand Thunder makes it 3 wide for third. Or excuse me, Brand Thunder gets put 3 wide middle. That was after Stu Cole made it 3 wide, as he might be looking for the race lead down this backstretch. Big run for the 27. And here comes the 27 lefter, Stu Cole, down the backstretch, entering turn number 3. Come to see 9 laps to go this time. Stu Cole going to get to that race lead. Lou Jack Tavo, JJ Reed, also there in the inside lane. Here comes Alexander Roman, number 08. Big run. Octavo now looks to the bottom. JJ Reed looks even lower. Can Octavo block that position is the question. Here comes Reed now. They're stacking up at the front as after Stu Cole gets clear. They're bouncing off each other. Reed and Luigi Octavo. A little bit banging right there as they come off turn number 2. And Julius Anderson is now on the inside lane. He's one of the last ones on the inside lane in this pack. He's right now your points leader as he is the highest scored championship driver. Jeff Bright still on the outside lane. Tim Gary and Adam Lewis still trying to get their way up from 35th and 36th positions. Here comes Jason Lurker trying to get back up to the race lead. He's had a pretty good truck tonight. Here he comes in the number 39 as they come off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Honestly, surprised we've not had a crash yet. It's been very, very wild so far, but still 7 laps to go and get to the line. A lot can happen. And the championship can change very, very quickly. Julius Harrison just getting up here now. That's going to be with about 5 laps to go once it gets up to the front. As for the race lead, Jason Larker to the bottom lane. He's going to challenge. He's going to take it off turn number 2. Alexander Rowe will be behind him. Rowe with the big run as these guys are side by side. Which lane does the 08 go with? He goes to the bottom lane, pushes Jason Larker past the 27, entering turn number 3. Now Rowe might look for the race lead for himself in 3 and 4. Julius Anderson trying to break his way into the top 5. As Rowe gets side by side as they come off turn number 4. Josh Samito behind him to the stripe. They come. Rowe barely leads, about by a nose. Julius Anderson, does he get forced to the middle right there? Racer coming behind him. Anderson gets down to the bottom lane. Here he comes 3 wide underneath Bentley Pearson and Derek Hamill. They race down this backstretch. After Stu Cole peeking low. That's 3 wide for 2nd. As Julius Anderson goes 3 wide for 5th. This is for a top 5 spot in the number 98. Coming to 5 laps to go. Once we get to the stripe, if the caution comes out, the race is over. 5 to go at Homestead. Julius Anderson going to get put 4 wide middle now. Gets up to 3 wide now. As Racer put him to the bottom lane. Now, can one of the other 3, can they get down to the bottom lane? Can they get past this 98 in time? They're coming to 4 laps to go. Alexander Rowe still out front. There's no contest for the race lead as of now. That's why we're focusing on where the 98 is. The next championship driver on this inside lane is, I believe, the 3, Jeff Bright. But he's a good ways back, so it's going to take a lot to happen for someone other than Anderson to win the championship. But there's still 4 laps left. 3 trucks now pull away. After Stu Cole peeking for the race lead. He gets to the bottom of Alexander Rowe. They race down this backstretch. Julius Harrison trying to get to the middle right there. He knows that's his best shot. If he gets to the middle lane, can he get clear? I believe the 98's clear down low. Harrison gets down line. Is that all she wrote? Coming to 3 laps to go. The 98 truck is out front. Jason Larker coming back. And the 3 not making much progress as the 98 is back up into the 5th position. He's going for 5th now on Racer. He's 3 wide. After Stu Cole clears, 3 laps to go. Julius Harrison, your champion, is right. He's right now your champion in the 5th position. Jeff Bright, Adam Lewis, and Tim Gary have nothing for him right now. Bright's trying to get up here, hoping the 98 gets forced back. Eli Bright puts the 98 up top as Alexander Rowe looks for the race lead. Jason Larker looking as well, coming to 2 laps to go Homestead. Oh, Anderson makes some contact with Eli Bright right there. Everyone saves it. 2 laps to go in the season. Larker going for the race lead. Bright trying to push Anderson up and trying to help the other Bright win the championship. They race down the backstretch. They will see the white flag this time. They're side by side for the race lead. Julius Anderson, your highest champion, or your highest chase driver, is right now on the top side. Jeff Bright trying to get up there on the bottom. They come off of 4. They're going to make it to the white flag. One more time around Homestead. The final lap of the season. They're 3 wide for the race lead. Bentley Pierce being pushed by Eli Bright. Anderson forced 3 wide. They race down the backstretch. Pierce is cleared. Can Eli Bright get to the bottom lane? The two has a run. They're going to be 3 wide, 3 and 4 for the final race of the season. Eli Bright to the bottom. They're 3 wide for the lead and the win. They come off a 4. Julius Harris and Jeff Bright bound for the championship. They're side by side coming to the stripe. And Bentley Pierce in the middle wins the race. And I believe Julius Harris has just won the championship. Pierce wins. Anderson in 8th. And Jeff Bright needed one more lap. He ends up 13th. Very, very close. And the margin of victory, about 100th of a second. Bentley Pierce through the middle wins. Eli Bright tried the hardest he could to get to that race win, just couldn't get it done. Bentley Pierce 3 wide in the middle. Look at how close it was. Pierce wins. Bright second. Larker third. And then Julius Harrison back here in the number 98. So he's coming to the stripe. You can see he has a few trucks on that number 3. It would have been interesting if there was about 1 or 2 more laps where the 98 would have finished versus the number 3. What a wild Homestead race. Congratulations to Julius Harrison on the championship. Let's go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Chevy 250 at Homestead. A very, very great race. There were no caution flags. There were 14 lead changes among 9 different drivers. And Bentley Pierce leads the most important lap, the last one. Gets to victory lane after starting 31st. Eli Bright ends up 2nd. Jason Larker leads 5 laps, tied for the most. He ends up 3rd. Left Hurst Cole in 4th, leading 4. Derek Hamill in 3. He ends up 5th. And Alexander Rowe also leading 5 laps. And ends up 6th. Josh Meal in 7th. Julius Harrison starts on pole. It actually works out for him in the end. So he stayed up front pretty much the whole race. He ends up in the 8th position. He is your season number 2 Pennzoil Truck Series champion. JJ Reed ends up 9th. And Racer rounding out the top 10. So there's your top 20. Jeff Bright, so close, ends up 2nd in the points. He was trying to become the only driver to win in the top 3, win the championship in the top 3 series. However, he will go to Homestead tomorrow in the Target Series with a shot at that championship. As you can see down here, Tim Gary ends up 25th, 3rd in the points. Adam Lewis had a lot of momentum coming into this race. He ends up 36th, last place, and gets 4th in the championship. Not what they wanted out of tonight. Now, let's actually go check out the full season point standings and actually see how it differed from the chase standings. Well, here are the full season point standings. You could see actually in this, if we were to use a 28 race format, Jeff Bright would actually be the champion. So Jeff was the most consistent throughout the season. Even with 3 DNFs and only 5 top 5s and 12 top 10s, he would still be the champion. JJ Reed actually ends up 2nd. He didn't even make the chase. He doesn't even have a win this season. He didn't end up 2nd, only 28 back. Julius Harrison does end up 3rd under this format, so he still had a very, very great season. He definitely wasn't no fluke that he was in the Final 4, so Anderson still would end up top 3 in points even under this format, but he is your champion under the chase format. Luke Rainey, remember, was eliminated in round number 1. He actually ends up 4th in the points. Truck Series has been probably his best series of all. He's been very consistent. Joe Jefferson actually ends up 5th. Remember, he was eliminated last round. Eli Bright eliminated in the first round, ends up 6th. Tim Gary and Adam Lewis are also in the final round, so all your final 4 actually were top 8 in points. Gary would end up 7th, Adam Lewis 8th. Noah Ely and then Trey Rainey actually fell to 10th. It was not the final 7 races that the 18 team wanted this season. They'll hope to come back next season with a vengeance. So it's just very interesting to see how the points differ depending on how you look at it. Adam Lewis with the most wins this season, 4. The next highest would be 2 across multiple different people. Racer, Trey Rainey, Jeff Bright all had 2. We looked at the rest of the points. Cortez Newman had 2. He ends up 30th in the points. Some drivers down here just not having the seasons they wanted. As you can see down here, the 22, Carter Friesen missed a few races, was subbed by Jay Jefferson. Jefferson, of course, only did 3 races. Rossi ends up 9 races as DJ Reed falls out of the truck. He only raced 19 of the 28. So, what a wild, wild season that was. It's come to a close. Season number 2 of the Pennzoil Truck Series is over. I'd like to thank everyone for supporting, for watching, for participating. It was a great season, probably one of my favorites I've done. Pennzoil Truck Series is coming back for a 3rd season. Thanks to anyone who painted schemes. Code Luigi did a lot of them. I think TJ Hanley did a few. Thanks to Nexus Combat for the race logos. Very appreciated there. It was a wild season. Can't wait to see what Season 3 holds. See you guys in the next 2 days for the Target Series and Gatorade Cup Series Championships. Those are going to be very exciting. Of course, 4 drivers have a shot in the Target Series tomorrow, and then, of course, on Monday, the Gatorade Cup Series finale. 2 drivers have a shot. Cole Luigi leads Kevin Band by only 2 points, so it's going to be very interesting going into those to see who the champion is after those 2 races. So thanks for watching season number 2 of the Pennzoil Truck Series. I will see you guys for the next races.